Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Abraham. Quarterback now breaking the field. Second down coming up. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the ground, it's Gilliam. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Using the quick game. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback moving. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they've got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
He'll do it himself. And he'll have to check his fillings after that play, but he did get the first down.
And the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on fourth and short. They run it. But just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
He's got it on the run. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown Sooner!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. For some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone to bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
On the move. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This is one way you can try to attack the perimeter of the field, right? Get the option play going. Quarterback has it, reads his key, pitches it out to his running back to see what he can go do in space.
Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He unleashes a long one. Picked off, and they roll in an early drive with the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Here on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man. It's Gilliam. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
They had a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little whoop out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance for midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run it...
He's got it! Turning it on! Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his...
And that's a live ball. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, third and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Let's it fly. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He's in open space downfield. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Inside the touchdown, Georgia. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Strong, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Abraham. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it to the right side. Creates a little room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hauls it in. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's on target and complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else...
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond. Started his third quarter on the ground.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Just feeds the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. Intercepted get a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Georgia! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
On the run, deep down the right side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Quick completion to the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Sooners are flying down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Boise State is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Ohio. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the direct snap, it's Abraham. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got it at the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Looking for space. It's Gilliam. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Complete on 3rd down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that.
Oh, he's got some space.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Looking for a crease, it's Gilliam. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Roll rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Sooner offense returns to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
They kick it away on fourth down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. A lot of ground to cover here on 4th down.